time for me to go live for myself. I don't want somebody to see me eat. Not because I care about that, but I'm spending money. So why do I want to give somebody the sense of like, hey, I'm out there spending money when I know that, I'm in a tight budget. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to share something that's not a good representation of responsibility. That's not a responsible act right now. But I'm moved, and right now things are a little bit up in the air, when it comes to that. So I am spending a little bit of money.
Okay. So question.
Yes.
You said when you go live, because I just set up to go live on the channel. You said you put in there. What'd you say to put in the chat?
Okay, so you're going to go inside. So you're going to go make a tab where your channel is. But before that, if you want to, you got over here, you got Daron. He can teach you, right? He did.
Oh, yeah, I got my tablet here. So I went and I streamed to my channel, but then I got my tablet or my laptop out so I can communicate to my followers in my chat. So that he's talking to his, I'm talking to mine, you're talking to yours.
Do you know how to connect to it where the 3 dots are on the bottom, Anthony?
Yeah, I'm already in. I'm already there.
Okay. So if you're already live, let me check really quick. Give me 1 second. Let me go to Anthony My Time. Okay.
Like going live on StreamYard on my phone, I never really went live on the phone like this. But I did it, when we was what is it? Jack.
Right, Big Jack. Yeah. So, okay, give me a second, please. Okay. Yep, you're live. You got it right there. I see you live right now.
There we go.
Okay. So let me say hello. Say hello. People will start coming to you shortly that get your live feed, that are part of your stream.
Yeah.
Those people now will be the people that you want to correspond with, just like Daron is communicating with his group of individuals. That'll give you both the ability to get, I think, value out of this whole community and conversation. Is that I don't know if you get the group amount of people. I'm pretty sure that I get your people that are on your lives because I'm the host. Right. But I believe that you get either all of them too, like I do, or you at least get the people that are in your lives. So when I was on here one time and I was streaming from somebody else's, so I was on somebody's live, I was on the panel, and I was streaming back to mine, and I got like, I think the 2 hours I was there, I got like almost 20 hours.
Wow.
So and I didn't have a full amount of 10 people there at all times. At one time I had 20, and then it broke down that I had only 5. So did I get a lot in the first hour, and then the second hour I got the trickle? I don't know how it works. Sometimes the math isn't mathing because they have to qualify now these hours.
I'm looking at it because my watch hours. If you go into what do you call it? You go into the analytics. Yeah, you go into the analytics. Yeah,
well, the watch time is different from the analytics to the earning. So if you want to really look at the true evidence of what your watch time is, you've got to look at your earning.
Okay, so put it like this: from the earnings page, they still got. Well, it's not last week. It was like 2,300 watch hours, right?
You got to wait 5 days.
Yeah, you wait 5 days, right? But for the analytics, like you go in there and say, "What's your 365 days?" 365. I'm at 4,300, but they still say they still got to calculate or verify all these watch hours. I got almost 1,000 watch hours for one video, so that's taking. I know that's going to take some time for them to really calculate because it's 5 days behind, but they still, a week behind from the 3,000. Because I hit 3,000 last Sunday, not this past Sunday, last Sunday. So I'm just waiting for them to verify everything.
I mean,
I gotta go into the what do we say? Go into that the desktop because I didn't set up only subscribers. Yeah, only
Yeah, you
subscribers.
got to go to
Comments.
so Duran.
Yeah.
Did you go to your are you able
Yeah,
to
because
set
it's
up
I got
this
everybody
where
coming
you
in. I
can
got some
make it that
people.
everybody needs to subscribe to you?
Yeah, because I have
Oh,
people
I
coming in and
haven't
leaving the
done,
crazy comments already.
I haven't done that. Hold on.
So,
I want to see what I would look like with a do rag. Hold on.
uh-oh.
Sorry about this, guys.
It's okay.
Oh,
Only
that's
seen
pretty
on this
cool.
live right now.
Look at
It's an
that.
attempt to see if he's going to use it on his own personal life.
Oh,
So look at this.
yeah.
I'm the guinea pig. Everybody here is the guinea pig to his look.
Oh wow.
But that's okay. He brings a
That's
real
pretty
pig
cool.
around us. So, and he was just showing
That's
us
my
pigs.
shorts. Those are my
Yeah.
shorts. My change fell out of my shorts while I was doing this. But, you know.
Right now you could come across as a couple things. You could come across as that's a do rag, or you can come
Yeah.
across as a pirate right now.
Oh, I'm everything. I'm
Right.
everything.
Right.
Yeah,
With the turtles, I can see you.
that was a pirate. Yeah, it was a pirate look
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just because the thing was hanging out, it wasn't
And
fully
I
slicked
got
back.
the booty.
Oh, so
Hey,
are we
Gen
gonna hear some
X.
ukulele? Because I was told by somebody
Oh,
that they like
well, I got
ukulele.
2 minutes. I got 2 minutes left, so I'm gonna grab it. I'll be back.
Thank you.
Hey, I think I got Gen X Effect on the channel. Hey, how you doing, sir? Appreciate you coming in. Who else is on here?
Dapper is by. He's chilling out at lunch. Um, Journey to Healing 33. Awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Tenacious J. You're looking at this on your computer, right? So you can see it. Like, because on your phone, it's probably impossible to see.
Yeah, yeah. I'm getting into the studio now to make it just subscribers because a whole lot of people coming on ain't subscribers leaving some crazy comments. So I got to straighten stuff out real quick. But thank you. Look, all y'all coming in that's not subscribing, leaving the crazy comments. I appreciate you coming in because you just giving me some more watch time. Thank you for the at least 2 minutes watch time you're going to give me. Keep on typing because you're not going to be able to leave comments, but you're going to leave her watch time. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you. So let's listen to so right now, if you wouldn't mind, Anthony, would you put your mute on?
Sure.
Because he's gonna jam out for a little bit.
Okay.
Thank
Do
you
you want
much.
words or just play?
No, just play.
Okay.
And if you stop the play, you could do a shocking word in between a stop, a pause, but it's not a song. It's like, I can't sing any words to this, and then you can start strumming again, and then you're like, man, I need to sing song with words to this, and then so sort of like that. If you want to act that out, great, but be aware, please. Original too, if you don't mind. Thank you.
All right. So I gotta like
Original.
play and stop and say some words, and then play and stop and say some words.
You
Okay.
can do it any way you want to. You want to sing words and then strum something in between the pause of the words. You can do that too.
I'm just living in Todd's world. It's mind games, mind games. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to the Source and Anthony, my time and mind game. Mind game, Todd, Anthony, my time and the Source. Torin, that's my name. Name of the game, the name of the game, the name of the game is just do it, just do it, just do it. I just picked up the ukulele at a Goodwill 2 weeks ago. I don't really know how to play yet, but I'm trying, I'm singing, I'm doing this thing, thing, thing. Here we go, here we go, here we go, 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 go. La 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 da 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 da. We all live in a yellow sub. A
Yes,
sub
he's waiting for his
sandwich.
record label to
We all
load
live
it.
in a yellow sub sandwich. It's not from that big name chain. It's from a small
Hey,
shop
Uncle Mike.
sub place on the corner. And it's good. Yum, 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 yum.
Yum
I
yum
love
yum yum yum.
eat. I love just like my twin bro Jamal, we like pizza and donuts. We going to the top like Tracy said. We going to the top like Tracy said.
Tracy's local learning.
Emo's probably working. He's probably working or he's sleeping because he's not on the line.
What is
There's
going on?
possible.
You know,
What's
we
up?
have we have we have a little mix up here. I think he didn't understand the mix that the separation between the strumming and the singing, so he just put it all together. There's no pause.
That's how I do
It's
it. I
okay.
don't know.
You know,
I
everybody's
can't play
learning.
by the
Everybody's
rules.
learning.
I don't
This is 2 weeks
understand
of
why you
fun.
have rules though. That's what's difficult. I don't understand why you have the rules. That's what's weird to me. I'm like, what? I don't get it. Why would I do separate?
Hey,
Well,
you're
because
doing good.
because
You're
you
doing
feel
good.
comfortable doing them both together. Now, if
Right.
you do them separate, do you feel just as comfortable?
Okay.
No, you
I
don't.
could try it. I could try it.
No,
All right. Try it.
you don't. I can already tell. Like, do you sing without a ukulele usually?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Okay, so put the ukulele down
All right,
and
it's down.
sing. Okay, don't
World
use your
peace,
feet now. Don't
world
use your feet
love,
now. Strum it.
world happiness, world joy, equality for everyone, freedom for all, health, harmony, and abundance for all life and all creation. We are all one. We are all one. We are all one. We are envisioning the world that we are creating. We are stepping into it physically each and every day. Thank you so much for being here on Earth. Thank you so much for being you. You are phenomenal. You are awesome. You are outstanding. You are divine. Bless you, bless you, bless you, everyone. Thanks for being here. This is fun. Y'all, aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha ohana.
So, can you top that? Can you even come in at any level of that, Anthony? You got something
Oh
to bring to
man,
that? I
wow.
mean, I don't want to come on after that now.
Teach your stuff with your words, spoken word.
Listen,
Yeah.
I can't
Yep.
follow that ukulele right now. You put me off guard. Oh man. Um,
I know.
give me 3 minutes. Give me 3 minutes. Go ahead, Mike. Give me
Okay.
three
All right.
minutes.
I'm out of here, y'all. So y'all have a
Peace,
great
brother. Thank you so
night here.
much. Love you,
Good.
bro.
And all right, love
Have a
you
good
too.
night.
Did
Oh,
good. Appreciate it.
Peace.
I believe in the Blitzlets page.
But this is good, man. This is well, I can say this is like StreamYard is breaking the boundaries for communication face to face. You can connect with people all over the world. So since
Yes.
you connect with people all over the world, you're breaking down those boundaries.
Now check this out, Anthony. If we were to disconnect the live, and that's what I want to do
Mhm,
from the source,
mhm.
okay? For me to do that, do you hear me fine?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. For me to do that, it would be fine, but we would lose 10 people
Mhm,
because 10 people are watching this through the source. Now, it's not okay that he is connecting to that if he's using that. The reason I'm saying that is because he's now, reusing content because he's not involved in the live anymore. He's actually, so his audience is communicating, I need to cut them off or they need to come to your live if they don't want to come to mine. Okay, so invite them to your live, so they can be a part of this conversation if they'd like to, or I'm going to be turning them off and now they're not going to be able to communicate anymore because
Everybody.
I can't keep that live connected.
Right. Right. I understand.
And so that's also, you don't want to keep it live connected because, why do I want to keep it live connected with the people that are not here?
That's true. That's true. Because if you do it, it's not benefiting them because they trying to communicate with him. He's not here, but then they trying to communicate with us because we might say something that resonate with them, and they really
Right.
can't communicate. So anybody who wants to keep on watching this live,
They're
come to.
coming. They were coming, yeah. So now it's 3-3 and it's 2. So everybody left his live basically. So let me disconnect him really quick. Let me see who this one is first. This is Anthony. This is the source. So I got to remove him. And the reason being is because, again, this is not about defeating anybody that is a part of the system properly. This is about giving an opportunity. Like you give knowledge, I give knowledge to in a different way. Like I want to encourage people to want to come out here and be live.
Right.
You know, that's I like to see people grow, but I don't like to see people that come in, take something from somebody, and then try to grow their channel based upon what they've gained from somebody else without showing any consideration to that other person. And like sort of basically just fully like, thanks a lot. You know, we were like, I've heard people even talk about like they planned what they've done out. And so all I could assume is that whoever was part of their plan got basically shafted because there was a plan. It wasn't it wasn't a, hey, I'm cool with you. It was, hey, there's a plan here to take advantage of you because me and my partner are already talking about this for months.
Yeah.
You know, when that happens, what I look at is this one thing. I'm like, man, you guys gave up way too soon. Because if you think me being on here for 4 months, a little bit longer, that you've gotten any real evidence that this is all I can offer, I mean, you just lost a whole bunch of information,
Yeah.
you know, and knowledge.
So you just made 4 months yesterday, right? Or the day before yesterday?
No, it's the second of every month is, which is my birthday of November. That's when I started. So March 2nd will be the start of my 5th month.
Oh, okay. I just made 6 months on the 16th.
Awesome.
And
How do you feel?
I feel great because it's like I said, once they verify everything, it'll be fully monetized as of day before yesterday.
Okay.
And it got 3,000 watch hours last week. So once it's verified, I feel good because I'm so glad I came back and relaunched the channel saying I want to, this is what I'm going after. It doesn't matter if nobody watches or nobody subscribes or if I don't get the watch hours. I'm just going to go for it and keep on posting these videos, even though I don't know what my niche is. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to keep on going. I'm so glad I didn't stop.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing. The evidence that you share by not stopping and that you give as inspiration to everybody else that doesn't think they can is the proof that God is showing everybody the example of. He's using people that he believes is the vessels that have the just the desire to step up. You know, like I said, just go for it. For me, it was just go for it. If I didn't go for it, Anthony, I would have not been here right now talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I already didn't go for it when I heard about it from DoorDash 2.5 months earlier than I went for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So 2.5 months earlier, I didn't go for it. I just listened to it, and it resonated. It sounded really cool, but I was like not in the thinking like, oh, I want to be a YouTube content creator. But then on my birthday, I heard the Economic Ninja, and he was talking about DoorDash, and I was like, and a friend told me that earlier in that morning. You know, listen, Todd, it's your birthday. The best time to start something new is on your birthday. That's when you were born. You know, that's when everything started for you. So, what better day to have an anniversary of something that's new? And so, my anniversary, as long as I'm a YouTube content creator, is going to be my birthday.
Yeah,
You
man.
know,
Good. That's good. Cause put it like this: anybody who is on this live now or on the replay, if they see a replay, if they're starting their YouTube channel now, or they just still creating these videos and they get depressed because they get low views, or sometimes they get no views, keep on pushing, putting those videos out, even when you don't feel like it's a good video. The video I put out on the 10th, February 10th, I put that video out. I just made that video off the fly. I didn't have nothing written down. I just, okay, I saw a thumbnail, I saw a title, I can put it in my own words. And I put the video out. And that's the video that it got over 15,000 views. I'm saying that.
oh, your baby's dead. Really? Give me 1 second. So your baby's so I think I got that right. Really? That's cool. I guess. I hope he's nice to you. I thought you were saying that your baby's birthday, but oh wait, my birthday. Oh, really? Your birthday is November 3rd? Oh, no wonder we clicked, Tenacious J. We're all over the side of the opposite side of October. We didn't have to fall into October. Scorpio. No, you're not. So did I understand it? Yes, mine. Okay. That's what I thought. Thank you. So you were saying, Anthony, I apologize. She was I want to show how we have to sort of like interact also. And I know you do it too. It's just we
Yeah, I'm
just have
doing
to
it.
do it. Yep, November 11th, Chris.
Yeah,
No
November.
baby dad. I thought on here I have to sort of be like, hey, what's like what's up, I God? How you doing? So good to see you. Part of the Filipino family right over there.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful.
I'm watching my channel. I don't know what's going on your screen. I don't know what's going on in the comment section of your screen, but I just for Crystal Flash November 11th.
Right. I get to see everything. So that's
Yeah.
the reason why I say everybody needs to be responsible on their screen, because
Mhm.
regardless if somebody says something about somebody, it's going to come on the host screen.
Yeah.
So when you are the host of doing this,
Mhm.
either could be 10 people on here that have 10 people on their lives as they're streaming to their audience. If they don't represent the way that they would be responsible if they were doing their own live while they're live here, you know, it's just not going to work,
Mhm.
because you have to sort of treat your live like, I look at it like this. It's, if you want to be treated kind, treat people kind. If you want to be on a live with somebody, treat them the way that you would treat them on your live. And if it's good, then great. But if you're going to shut them down and not talk to them, and
Yeah, that's not right. Not right. Because they feeding into you as you trying to feed into them. That's if you're doing like content and you want to help somebody and just share somebody, information. But I see you got got your guitar out. Well, let me finish this real quick.
no, I'm not
Everybody,
going to play. I'm holding it. It's my pacifier.
oh, okay.
I'm kidding.
But everybody who is on this live now and on the replay, if you're posting videos and you're a content creator or just create content, you're getting frustrated because you're not getting views. You're getting frustrated because you're making these videos and you say, I don't know if it's good enough, but you're posting anyway and you don't get views. Get that out your mind. Somebody's watching your videos. Somebody watching, even if they don't click on to watch it, they'll see it on their home screen. You're getting people seeing you. So as you're being consistent, posting the videos, one video is going to pop. The video you most likely think that's not going to pop, that video is going to pop, and you're going to realize, wow, I got 1,000 people. Even if you got 500 views, that's 500 people who never saw you before. If they saw you, they took a chance to hear you. I'm saying that to say your time is going to come. You're going for 4,000 watch hours, 3,000 watch hours. It's going to come if you don't quit. And if I would have quit a couple of months ago, when I got the COVID and the flu at the same time, I was off. I was off for like maybe 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and post no videos. That was so hard just to get back in the groove to post. I was like, man, I don't feel like posting. I'm tired. I don't want
Yeah.
to post. But then I said,
And
I gotta get back in it because I have to. Because if I don't, those 2.5 weeks will turn into a month. And I
it's
started.
it's also it's also you would get out of your groove,
Yeah.
like your feeling of like, it's it takes confidence to have the confidence to do this. Like, the more you do this, the more confidence you have, but it's because you're more competent in the skills that you're gaining by coming out here. And
Mm-hmm.
I can understand, like, I could tell that you kept trying to come back, and then it put you back 2 or 3 days each time you try to come back too early.
Yeah, because it was it. I mean, it was a struggle. I was like, I gotta make a video. I gotta make a video, but my voice
Right.
wasn't. I gotta make a video, but then I couldn't really, focus. But then I said, if I don't get back, I know myself. After a month, I'd be like, well, I'll try to come back, make one video in a week, or just be lackadaisical. That's why I said, gotta come back, even if the video is not the way I want it to be, I'm gonna post the video the best that I can. And that's why I was posting 3 videos a day, 2 videos a day. Then it stopped. And I came back and said I gotta post at least one. And it pays off. It pays off. Because that video popped. It's still getting you. I'm getting like almost 150 people watching the videos a day now. The second video that I released after that, that got now it's 2,500 views. I released that video
Huh.
Friday, 25 views. So I'm like, not to take advantage of it, but do what I'm still doing as I was doing before, but realize more people is coming. What, 375, almost 400 new subscribers just from last Thursday? No, last Tuesday. I'm like,
If
it's
you're
paying
getting
off.
3,000 views and you're getting 300 subscribers, you're getting 10%.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
It's paying
Now,
off.
are they all staying? Maybe, maybe not. You're like I was listening to somebody today that said there is a way to find out who actually subscribes to you and like who says, "Hey, I'm subscribed to you, Anthony," and who's really subscribed to you and who's really just saying, "Hey, I'm subscribed to you, Anthony," and then you can go to their channel and you can find out they're not subscribed to you, and you can call them on their BS.
Yeah,
So people, there's a ways to sort of discover deception here.
right.
This is a place where you're trusted until you can't be trusted.
Yeah, because you
Don't
see,
find out. Don't put anybody in a situation where they can't trust you. Because if one person can't trust you, after a while, it's like how you do anything is how you do everything. If you get people to not trust you, after a while, there's going to be so many people that don't trust who you are as an individual that you're not going to get the connection that you want. You might get a connection, but it might not be what you want. I've seen people take a totally different audience than what they thought that they were going to come out here and do. Like they thought they were going to come out here and do something that was really good and nourishing, and it didn't resonate. And then they took the sort of like the villain mode, and it works for them. They can tell their subscribers and everybody that, hey, the world's fallen, and the world's fallen to them because they believe in whatever this individual is talking about. And this person is talking about so much smack that, like, I don't understand how YouTube has not taken this individual off, because this individual talks about Semitic like it's a word that needs to be talked about. You know what I mean? Like talking about Semitic is like, this is the real truth. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, excuse me. And this person does has no level of what is that again? Like has no, I don't have it either, where I don't have like a gauge on what I say. Sometimes I might say things that are really kind, and sometimes I might be very shocking with not meaning to be rude, but it just comes out like I'm just so direct. A filter. Sometimes I just don't have a filter.
right.
That's what a lot of people call it. Like they don't have a filter to filter, hey, that's not something you say really in public. Like that's a little too much. And yet sometimes the most shocking things in the world get the most connection.
Yeah.
I tell you, how do you think the news gets all of its, all its people to go watch it? Fear and anger. It's all they do, promote fear and anger.
They feeding into it. He's feeding into that. They feed into him. It's going back in a cycle.
Well, they're programming us. So if you buy into the anger or to the fear, then you're listening to everything they want to sell you, everything that they want you to buy and prep for, everything like that. And then you're listening to everything that they say is the problem, and they're offering you the solutions to what your scary reactions are.
Yeah, it's crazy. Because not to change the subject, a lot of times we come on the YouTube channel with one idea of this is our niche, or one idea, I don't know what I want to talk about, or I'm going to talk about this. But what's in you is going to come out, good or bad. And then that could turn into your niche if you yield to it. Just like you could be, talking crazy, or you could be teaching on how you grow on your YouTube channel. My mind wasn't geared to talk about, how to grow your YouTube channel. I'm learning. But
Right.
if I'm learning, this is helping other people if I share it. I'm just sharing it. And it's like, okay, that wasn't my main goal, but That's how it was taken off with the motivation, inspiration, and everything else.
Well, think
So,
about it this way too, Anthony, is that every single time you're sharing this knowledge with everybody that's learning, you're learning it even more because
yeah,
now you're the teacher of your knowledge that you're learning.
yeah.
Just like, with when you're a pastor, and you're sharing the word of God, you're
Uh,
sharing your knowledge with a lot of other people. Now, it's interesting. We don't need to get into it, but this is food for thought for anybody that ever wants to talk about what this means because I don't understand it, called church hurt. And I've heard this being talked about the last couple of days where people have, I guess it's from my understanding, and we don't need to go into it, but you can just let me know, is people have trusted in their pastors and their ministers and their deacons and stuff like that, and it's led them down an improper road because it was only about following what they were describing as God, but it wasn't about true experiences. So, for example, somebody has, a divorce. Well, would you rather talk to somebody that doesn't know about divorce, or would you rather talk to somebody that might still be in the ministry or that understands divorce? I think that you'd want to have somebody that's at least coming from a perspective of the actual event happening to them. You'd want somebody that has understanding, a pre-example in their life, something that they could say, okay, this is what happened to me. This is what I did. And it didn't work out. So now they can say, this is the foundation that didn't work out for me. Let's try to see if something works. Now, I also believe that we don't necessarily need professionals because professionals are just book readers, professional book readers. They have a degree. What is their degree really evaluating? Their degree is evaluating to me, because I've been to a lot of therapists, their degree is evaluating to me that they're basically reading out of a book. What they're trying to resolve inside my psychological evaluation that they've done on me and that I've answered willingly is, hey, these are the problems that I see. These are your reactions that you have to those problems. And here are my solutions to you. Everything's about problem, reaction, solution. Well, God is able to give you all of my solutions. And so why am I going to allow that to be taken out of God's hands? Now, I'm not saying that if I was schizophrenic or if I was a sociopath or if I was a narcissist that I wouldn't need help. But I'm saying I'm not any of those. I have slight depression. I do have complex PTSD, and it's definitely all of it's under control. Now, it's coming out through the therapy that I gain here by talking about it and seeing real time how things that used to trigger me don't trigger me the same way. And that, I believe, is a very important part because in my growth, I've had to look at things in so many different ways. And I've had to figure out everything on my own. I've had help, and that help basically try to read me a book, their education,
right.
and I appreciate that they have education, but I mean, for me, it doesn't work.
Right. So with the church, just we ain't gonna get into it. We can do it like a whole nother topic.
Yeah, this would be a totally different subject. And there's more people that I like that I want involved in it, and I want everybody to feel comfortable talking about it. Of course, first of all.
But just on the surface, the church hurt that we hear a lot about church hurt, this and that.
I've never heard about it before. Yeah. I've never heard about it till yesterday.
Okay, so just on the surface, church hurt sometimes means the way of thinking when you're in the church, you thinking it's family and we don't look out for each other and I love you, you love me. When you say those certain words, unconditional love, agape love, that means it doesn't matter what you do, you're still gonna love the person, right? Sometimes certain areas in the ministry or certain ministries or certain churches take advantage of the people that they're supposed to be serving. And if you go into that church or the ministry and you say, I'm serving the ministry, that's where it's wrong. You're not serving the ministry, you're serving God by serving the ministry. So if something happens in that ministry, you are committed to God, and the ministry did something wrong to you because you thinking it's family, and they saying it's family, but they might take advantage of you because everybody got faults, everybody got issues and challenges. So if your mindset is, oh, I'm gonna give my all, and they're not giving your all back to you, that's where some of the hurt comes in at. They might
It's
take
just like
advantage.
a job, but now you're putting it like that God is the sort of referee between everybody, and not everybody's playing by the same God rules.
Yeah, everybody not playing by the rules, and the words that we use has more power than the words that they experience from that person saying those words. If I tell you I love you, agape love, and then something happens and they turn on you like they never knew you, or they turn on you and say, or put the Bible in your face with this, that, and the other. Well, wait a minute, wait a minute. You're supposed to be ministering to me or helping me. And I gave my all, you're not helping me back. That's one aspect of church hurt. There's other
What is it?
aspects.
What is the reasoning for that? Is that as like a power trip? Is that ego? Is that pride? Is that what is that? Why would somebody want to do that, especially if they're in the church?
It depends because sometimes some people come to the church hurt, broken, and they seeking help. Now there are some wolves in sheep's clothing, or there's people
False
who have
prophets.
some people who have challenges that's in leadership, and they have that leadership power trip, saying, "Oh, they thinking back in the way back old days. I could take advantage," and they take advantage, and then they'll wash their hands and say, "Oh, well, I'm this and I'm that. I can't do or deal with you anymore," and leave the person on the dry. So that's where it says church, church hurt. It's not church hurt. It's people dealing with people who has issues, who has put them
Right.
on
So
the
they're
pedestal.
using churches like the actual um, area that they're committing this mischief, and so they're not being godly while they're using God as their actual deception.
Yeah, sometimes because we put people on pedestals that shouldn't be on pedestals, and then when they fall, we saying, "Oh, you should have been this and that." No,
Right. No.
man put him on a pedestal. Man can make him fall off the pedestal. But
And God doesn't want us to idolize anything more than God.
exactly,
Like like that's it. We idolize anything more than God, it always falls.
exactly. So when
Always.
we have the mindset, we looking at the person on the pedestal and saying, "Oh, we can do all of this and all of that stuff, and I'm so happy to be here." And then when they turn their back on you or say something wrong, sometimes it's not the person in the ministry, it's the person themselves because they have a different mindset of what church is supposed to be. Church is a place where you get instructions, information on how to live. It's not a place where you go and I'm gonna sit right here and don't do nothing in the four corners of the wall. I'm just gonna sit in the four corners of the wall. I'm in four corners in the wall. I'm gonna sit here and do it. Now Jesus said,
Right.
"Go to the four corners of the earth, of the world, preach the gospel." But you
Right.
stay in the four walls of the church, and stuff happen inside that church, and you saying, "Well, I'm not gonna go out because I gotta stay here." No, you don't gotta stay here.
You gotta leave.
You gotta
You gotta
leave,
find another church.
and that's where the water. If stagnant, if water stays still too long, it gets stagnant.
Yeah, and you get mosquitoes.
Yeah,
You get
more than
mosquitoes,
that.
you get tadpoles.
You get more than that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You get stagnant, stale water and you can die from drinking it. I mean, that's the thing is I know people that have told me that they care about me. And then in the same couple sentences, a little later in the conversation, they can say, I feel so bad for you. And I know so many smart people, so we can't be wrong. So, excuse me. You've now told me that you think I'm stupid, but because of who you evaluate as smart, there's no way that I can be right because you put people that you're privy to and that you think are like. See, that's the problem with society is that at least I've understood, is that we judge people based upon what we are doing. So when somebody's helping somebody and then somebody treats that person not too well, that person wants to let them know, no matter if they say, "Oh, I'm so patient and I can," everybody wants to share because they feel like, for example, like myself, if I were to hurt somebody intentionally, I would know that I did it. And if I hurt somebody accidentally, I would hope that I'd get the recollection. I mean, sorry, I would come to the realization that I hurt this person unintentionally, and that I would be the first person to say I apologize.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. If now that person wants to not accept my apology, that's up to them.
Yeah.
It's not about what I get out of it. It's about what I give to God.
Right.
God lets me know, hey, you messed up, Todd. You got to be held accountable for this. Are you going to be the one to hold yourself accountable and own up to it? Or are you going to just be, and so that's why it takes two to tango,
Okay.
and if two people interact with each other and they don't get this right, this conversation proper, and there's a misunderstanding, a lot of people like to lay down on the misunderstanding and accept it, as like, hey, we have already gone down that path. There's no reason to try. And like, I've had this experience in my life personally for so long. I refuse to accept it here on live, where I know that there's no way to control it. Like, at least in my real life, I can go drive my car away.
Yeah.
But here, if I want to come on YouTube, even if I'm watching somebody's like channel, if I comment, I'm accessible to everybody being like, oh, Mind Games, where have you been? If I don't come out here again, you know what I mean? Like, if I chose not to come out here ever again, I'd have to make a whole new handle. Now, why would I waste 4.5 months just to, do that to myself?
Yeah.
Because it's me who's wasting the time. I'm looking at this as a career, as an opportunity for me to be somewhere and to see people get something from my opportunity, and now they find their own opportunity, which is bigger and grander than mine. Like, that's the thing. Like, when we did our first, live tap, way back then, you came out and you did StreamYard. You did 4 lives in one day and at one time. And I still haven't even been able to figure out the Premiere aspect on how to set that up inside StreamYard. And so I'm still learning so many different things. A lot of the stuff I want to do trial and error. Like, I want to find it out because I don't know how to ask, like, how do you do this? Because I'm thinking outside of certain parameters. Like, how do I do certain things? What can I? And so since there's no,
you want to go on
what?
live tomorrow? If you're going live tomorrow, I can show you how to set up the scheduling and everything if you want.
Oh, I know how to set up the schedule. I just don't know how to set up a Premiere. And so I was trying to load a video that was an MPEG-4 into the StreamYard, so I can go and I can loop it and send it out as a.
Yes, it's different. You gotta compress it. You gotta compress it because if it's too big to download it into StreamYard, it might say it's too big. It got to be
Right.
the size it is. But if you go into CapCut and you go to CapCut and instead of making it a MP4, you can make it an MP4, but you got to do it like at 30. I think it's 30 M something. I gotta look at it. But you can reduce the size of it, and then you can upload it straight to StreamYard because it's small enough, and it can't be no more than 2 hours on StreamYard. So when I did it, I did one for like an hour and 38 minutes. When you saw I did the four lives, I did each of them for like an hour and 38 minutes and shrunk it in CapCut. Then I uploaded to StreamYard, and it was just the right size for it to be up there. So you got to shrink it if you want to just put it in there.
Yeah, that's what it looked like, because I was gonna have like what was it? It's like gonna be maybe a 10-minute video that I was gonna loop. And that thing was like, there's no way. And like, automatically when I sent it over there and I clicked on it, it automatically turned it into an MPEG and it started compressing it, but it still was too big. So I was like, maybe I've done it too long. I've heard something like you can't have it longer than like 3 minutes, and then you can loop it as long as you want to loop it to up to the 2 hours. Like, you had a 1 hour and 30-minute long.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. To loop it like that, it's the way that I did it as a regular a regular live, pre-recorded live, a regular pre-recorded live.
Okay.
And I did it for an hour and 38 minutes. So I did one from 12 o'clock to
138.
whatever finished. Then I started the next one at 2 o'clock. And whenever it finished, and the next one at 4 o'clock. And did it like that. Now I know what you're talking
And
about. Because
now you had those recorded, and
yeah,
now
already recorded.
those were already in StreamYard, inside the storage, and so in the storage. So then when you wanted to pull them back into StreamYard and have them as like a pre-recorded live, that basically like a premiere, you could go and set that up. Now that can only be 2 hours long.
No, it can be longer. It can be longer, but for them to download it, like if you want to download it into StreamYard,
Oh, okay.
It's too big. But if it's already in StreamYard,
you can use anything that you've already pre-recorded. You could use that already, like any live that you've already done.
Any live you did, you can already automatic. You click on it, it's automatically there. But now, depending on the plan you have, I think like the plan I'm on the pro plan. It said you can't do a pre-recorded live for over 2 hours. So if you get on the other,
I got the core too. I got the core plan too. That's what it said. 2 hours.
Yeah. So you got a live for 2 hours and 15 minutes. I don't think it's gonna like you can't upload it like that. So, but if it's already recorded on Streamlight, that's the easiest way to do it. Keep it up there. Boom. As soon as you click on it, it automatically pops right up, and then it just streams straight from there. And just schedule it. If it's 2 hours, if it's an hour and 38 minutes, every 2 hours, just schedule it. That that's the workaround for the looping. For me, that's what I figured out.
And so that helps pay for that $240 or whatever it is for that year's subscription, or whatever you're paying for each month or each week.
They gave me.
It's a weekly.
I paid up each year because when I signed up when it first came out, they gave me 25% off for life. So,
oh, really? Cool.
Now, since they increased the price, I think it's with the discount like little under $300.
I just paid for my first year $240 something.
Yeah.
But they want me to pay the next year like $480 something. And so I'm going to break the subscription. I paid for the full year. My goal is to make it to November 2nd, 2025. I know that I want to make it to 31, or 30 at least. 5 years, be here and see where I'm at. But my first goal is to, was to get my first video out. Then it was to get my second and third and fourth and fifth. And then it was to get my 10 completed. And then I didn't even know what to do. But I had already run into a snag because I already felt the pressure of what it was like to script something. I was like, this scripting thing just does not work for me. It's all about what's up here and how it comes out naturally. Like I can script something, but like if I play something on a guitar and somebody says, hey, can you play that again? You better heard it the first time, because it's if you want to hear it again, you got to play this video again. Give me watch time hours, because it's for me the same thing. I got to watch this video again too to even see to hear what I did. And so I appreciate that a lot about the way life is for me. At the same time, there's so many things that are fleeting because of the way that I just work my life. Things that are really important to me, I really work on. But things that are like, it never was important to me to play someone else's song. It just never was important. Because for me, all I ever saw people ever doing that did that, they were always being asked to play a song.
Right.
And never was it like, hey, what do you play? What is you? Oh, you're so good at cover songs. Like, I know people that are such good musicians and they can do both. And still people want to hear cover songs. I want to hear somebody's original talent. I want to see what they're doing with, the skill that they have.
Right.
I have a friend that's amazing on guitar. I have a couple friends, but I mean, this one individual is so uniquely gifted, but it's not for the lack of effort. I mean, this guy, he puts in the hard work, but the way he wants to live, that's the reason he does it. So this is the first time that I felt this way since I was 25 years old. the encouragement, the enthusiasm, the motivation, the inspiration that I feel coming out here, the opportunity that I feel doing this YouTube, it's an energy I haven't felt since I've been 25, like I said.
Wow. And I saw this the scrolling, I saw this he's a musician. He's playing the guitar. He got the harmonica, right here.
Right.
He's got the kick, what they call it? Kick drum
Kick drum.
On the right leg, and whatever you call it, another
The snare.
I don't know what it is. Another drum on the left leg.
Oh, it's either a snare or a hi-hat.
No, it's like another drum, like a
the snare.
No. It's on he got it on the foot. It's like a drum.
Oh, okay.
Drum. It's like two drums on the foot, like the foot,
cool.
the foot bass, whatever you call it.
Right.
He got both of them on his feet. Now look, the guitar, the harmonica, the two drums on the foot. He playing the guitar, and on the hand, where is it? Yeah, and on the hand, like on the edge of his elbow, it's a snare.
Yeah.
And he's stringing the guitar, and he's doing everything and singing all at one time. He's on YouTube. If I see the screen again, that's somebody that needs it. He's doing his live wherever he's doing his show at. But I'm looking at it, I'm like, and he's in beat, he's in tune, and he's singing and playing the guitar, and then doing the snare and everything with the bass and the beat. I'm like, yo, he must be, what do they call those people who can think on both sides of their brain at the same time?
Yeah, exactly. Ambidextrous.
He doing all of that and playing.
I think it's even more inside. When you're doing a drum, you're able to not only break up your ambidextrous, you're actually, it's a quad aspect. So, ambidextrous mean that you can hit from both sides. You can take a bat and hit from both sides. You can catch from both sides. You can throw from both arms. But imagine now you can do the same thing with your hands. You can do with your feet in time, because it's a separation. When you're a drummer, it's a separation of all four limbs in total rhythm. Like, to be a good drummer, you would be able to have one hand moving as one hand is keeping one rhythm. Your foot is keeping another rhythm. Your other foot is keeping the bass rhythm. And then your other hand is doing whatever you want it to do. So imagine because you're the rhythm section you're the life, the heartbeat of a song. The drummer is the timing. If the drummer's off, it doesn't know how to drum, the band is off. It does not matter how good the singer is, the guitar player is. If the drummer cannot hold the beat, no matter how simple the drummer is, everything goes down.
Yeah. But he did it so good. I'm like, I was impressed. I'm like, wow, how is he doing all of that? And it sounds good. He's singing. And he's singing on key and everything. I'm like, yo, I don't know who it is, but it sounds good. I gotta keep.
Now, see, the interesting thing about that is I wouldn't want that individual on here, because I'd want to see really how good can he sing, how good can he play guitar, how good can he drum. You know what I mean? I want to see him doing the specific skill, and I want to see that just be of the shine. I don't want to take away people's ability to have the ability to sing and play their music. No, I want to see people be comfortable in uncomfortable situations, especially musicians. If a musician just knows how to play an instrument, they're not usually comfortable playing their instrument. But if a musician is a singer and an instrumental person, they usually have both of them together. It's like a crutch almost. So imagine taking away the ability to have that crutch, and now you're just listening to them play guitar without any singing, and now you're just listening to sing without any guitar or any drum. Like, I want to see people at their, not because I want to see them uncomfortable. I want to see them comfortable in something that they might not believe that they could be comfortable in, which is how good will they be if they separate all of the things that make them comfortable and just do one thing that they're really good at. How comfortable could you really be if you're really good at spoken word? Imagine if you're a rapper and you don't need the rhythm, the beat to make you rap a rhythm. Like, you can find that rhythm inside your head, and you can speak it out, and you can rap it in a way. I mean, that right there is a true way of spoken word to me. If you have to have a beat to cover up the way, I mean, I understand it sounds cool, but to me, whenever you put rhythm with words, there is a hypnotic sense that can come of it. And if people don't understand, the reason why we're in the situation that we're in right now is because the world has been promoted to allow certain things. And for example, a lot of things, and this is not to get into any contentious conversation with anybody, but we have to think that the reason why things make it and become trendy are not for our best interest. They're for a commercial interest, for us to spend our money, for us to be controlled by something. I mean, if you really think about it, the number of people that buy hip hop music and R&B and stuff like that, the majority of them are white dudes. Because the people that are of the culture, they don't need to buy it.
Right.
Not that they don't care to buy it, but they're supporting it in a total different way by going to the concerts and being in the lifestyle. There's a different thing. And so when you think about the way things happen, and you're like, you listen to somebody that inspires you, and you love the way that they're speaking and their words, take away the rhythm that might be making you angry about it. You see what I mean? Like, the rhythm could falsely bring you into a sense of hypnotic state to where the words might be so meaningful, but the rhythm is so grinding and so spiritually contentious that now these words are actually coming into your soul as not good context.
Right.
Imagine you're listening to the Bible and having like really horrible music being played.
Hard rock music or that what do you call it?
All music is the devil's availability. So the devil was granted the ability to have control over music because of the fact that God knows that we are going to be subjected to this hypnotic state, and if we accept it, well, hey, we did not believe enough in God. And you look at a lot of cultures that really use a lot of these rhythms for a benefit to connect to God, where people that understand rhythm and understand how it could be used for good and bad, when it comes to certain music, they're using it for bad.
Right.
They're not using it for good. So anything that's publicized, commercialized, any of that stuff, it's to program us. It's not to benefit us in any way, shape, or form. Anything that's on television, not to benefit us. There's no communication that's to benefit us that's of trending and of commercial use. This right here could be taken away from us in any second in time. But I'm going to challenge this because for the last 4 years, almost 5 years, I've been told I need to not talk about things. Why? Well, I've never been told that before. I thought the United States has freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Don't we? And the reason we have number 2 is because number 2 protects us to be able to have number 1. Simple. You want to take number 1 away from me, you better make sure that I don't have access to number 2. So what is it? Are we a government anymore? Or are we just a world now that is changing everything right beneath our nose?
It's changing. That's all. It's just changing with the times, changing with who's in charge and what agenda they're trying to push at
right.
this time.
And why do you think there's so many people looking for God right now?
Because they sense something. Put it this: they know something wrong, but they trying not to get into that fear aspect of it. But they sensing something wrong, and they seeing some results of that sensing. They know they got to do something.
Right, but they don't want to do anything. They literally, and they don't know what to do because they're in their fight or flight mode. They're in their sympathetic. They're in their sympathetic nerve. They're not in their parasympathetic nerve. Like, we do not think under pressure unless we understand that pressure makes diamonds.
Yeah.
And that we are the diamond if we allow our pressure to be controlled by our breathing and our communication to God. We're always going to have pressure. God's always going to guide us to a difficult path. But he's never going to guide us to that difficult path without him understanding the outcome if we follow God's trust and we obey in the sense of, like, I don't believe obeying God is a sense of me degrading myself in any way, shape, or form. Where if I'm obeying a man or a woman, I'm degrading myself. You know, like what do they have over me that I need to obey them? Like what are they? Like the only person that I would even come close to obeying, you know, willingly would be a wife. You know, that would be it, and that would be a connection between God and me, and my wife. You know what I mean? It's not based because I mean you listen to the culture. I mean, culture is all about divorce. I come from divorce. That's like the second lesson I learned in life. So the first lesson was loss, and the second lesson was divorce. All before 5 years old, or all by the age of 5 years old.
By the age of 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of, but it's a lot of. I got to get ready to go because almost an hour.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay.
But,
I didn't want to be on here all night, anyways. But I love that we've been on here for already 2 hours, and you came on. I appreciate that.
No, I appreciate.
And I don't want to take all the airtime. I just want to be on here, and I want people to know that if they want to share, what a better place to come on with Anthony and myself. Somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, is a little intimidated. They come on. We are able to guide them in a way that they're able to really talk and not just have to type and text and email yet, and get comfortable with a system where they can sort of like jump into a system. Because I do understand where the people are like, oh, you have to learn things. Yes. But I'm 54 years old. I've learned a lot of things in my life that I'm able to use for right now. And so that means my learning curve for this is heightened. It's just heightened because of what I have available to me. And so I don't see that there's any reason for anybody to ever be jealous of anybody, because listen, I'm struggling in the aspect of, you know, having money coming in. When other people are working really hard to make money to pay their bills, I'm spending my time, spending my retirement doing YouTube, thinking that YouTube is going to be my full with my other investments. I'm just playing, you know, the extension game, seeing where it goes. It's worked. It's worked for me before.
But it's going to.
So why wouldn't I? Yeah, exactly.
You plant seed. You plant these seeds now. Because every seed you plant now, more and more people are going to watch you, and it's going to start snowballing. And one might just take one day, might take 1 week or 1 month.
Live is in the house.
It's going to come. Hey, it's going to come in so fast. You're going to be like, I started on my birthday, and look where I'm at now. It might be next year. It might be next week. It might be next month.
Yeah.
But when it comes in, you're going to look back and say, man, I'm so glad I didn't give up.
Oh, the people that I'm looking at that are saying you need to take it slow and that have taken so long to get, like where I'm at right now, I'm way exceeding whatever my expectations could have ever thought of when I started November 2nd. I mean, I just never would have thunk of it at all. Not at all.
Right.
And so it's I didn't know how to communicate before I came on here with like social networking. I didn't know how to return comments properly. Those were all learning curves that I needed to learn by loss. You know what I mean? By people giving me a chance and me not being able to understand how to be responsive and reciprocative. You know what I mean? It is you don't expect anything on here. But the one thing that I will have to say that is just an underlining expectation is that somebody says hello to you and you want them to say hello to you again, go say hello to them when they say hello to you. So reply to them. And if you don't want to say hello to them again, don't expect them to ever come and say hello to you again. Don't be upset if they do. I mean, if they don't. If you see them around another room and you're like, hey, where have you been? And they're like, you know, I said hello to you before and you never said hello. And I'm saying in a comment because it's not about what goes on. You're right. I mean, we've even had the misunderstanding. Like, it's not about what goes on in the comments because sometimes the comments are flying. But it is about what goes on in the comments of a video. So if somebody goes over to see your channel and watches a video that's not alive and they leave a comment, it might take a couple days. But, I mean, if they haven't responded to you in 5 to 7 days, what's the chances of them responding to you?
Yeah.
And are you going to be hurt over it?
Yeah.
You know?
That's where the emotions coming. But look, we're gonna continue this conversation
again, brother.
Again, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, but we're gonna continue this conversation. It's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
That's what
Please,
I.
do you have any words? You want to say a prayer or anything like that? It's up to you.
Anybody want prayer? Father, in
Yeah,
Jesus'
man. We
name.
always want prayer. We always want a little
Okay.
prayer.
Right,
Please.
Father, in the name of Jesus, we give you praise and glory because this is the day that you made. We're going to rejoice and be glad in it. But Father, we just want to say thank you for this fellowship that you allow us to have, the friendships that we are building, the communities that we're building, and the new people that we are meeting all over the world. And we just say thank you right now for just opening up these doors. Open up the doors for us to walk through, and not just for us to walk through, everybody else that's connected to us to walk through also, because this is all about love. It's all about joy and peace. We know all the joy and peace and love is coming from you. We just thank you right now for being there for us, to show us love, to show us joy, to show us peace, and how much you love us. We just love you back. And we just say thank you for another opportunity just to say thank you. So we give you praise and glory in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. That was
Amen.
beautiful. Have a wonderful night, Anthony.
All right, you too. You too, Mike.
Thanks, brother.
Everybody else, my time community, thanks for coming on, spending time with us, spending time with Todd, spending time with me. And
Thank
we
you so
see
much,
you
everybody.
next time. God
Next
bless.
time. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Everybody have a great evening. Anthony's going to be chilling out. He's going to go sleepy time.
Yeah.
I'm going to drink some of my tea. It's my tea time. It's been sitting out there, so I probably might have to heat it up a little bit, but it's all good because I got to spend time with you, Anthony. Have
All
a
right.
great evening, brother.
All right, you too. Thanks.
You too, man. Love you, bro. Peace. Thank you. And so, everybody, I am removing you right now. So, anybody that wants to continue, please be my guest. And anybody that doesn't,